Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes, I think I'm joining the leadership of the tie-dye community here. What do you say, huh? Hey, maybe Paul will make me a second lieutenant or one of his captains or something. What do you say? Hey, I think I deserve to be there. Hey, just kidding, folks. Hey, how many of you people, when you get in your car and you know you're going for an extended ride, love to take some CDs, depending on what you're in the mood for listening for, throw it on the passenger seat and off you go? I know I'm getting into the world of digitizing music too. I have Spotify and my sons are showing me about making playlists and whatnot and all that. But for me, being old school, there's nothing better than grabbing a bunch of CDs and getting in the car and going. And I'll do a variety of different things. Sometimes I'm in the mood for just some straight Beatles, grab a pile of Beatles CDs, off I go. Or maybe it's John, or George, or Paul, or Ringo, whatever it is. I'll grab there, say, hey, I'm in a John mood today. I'll grab some John CDs and off I go. Sometimes it's power pop music, which you know I love, or just straight rock and roll, or maybe a little bit of punk with new wave or something. Whatever it is, 60s music. I love grabbing CDs and going. Well, just the other day I was in the mood for Paul. I got one of my Paul Jags, had to listen to a bunch of McCartney. Now, let me put it to you this way with Paul's music. If you think of Paul's musical career as kind of like a beautiful pond in northern New England, let's say Maine, you know, up in Maine, and there's this beautiful pond with the forest surrounding it, and all the lush green vegetation and trees are softly swaying in the warm summer breeze as the sun glistens down onto the pond itself, sparkling like stars in the sky. It's just beautiful. Picture that beautiful. Picture that as Paul's musical career, you know? And on the top of that beautiful pond is floating the beautiful music, you know, stuff like Ram and Band on the Run. Venus and Mars is floating. Back to the Egg. Tug of War, Flowers in the Dirt, Off the Ground, Flaming Pie, Chaos and Creation, Memory Almost Full, the new album. Yes, that one too. Those are like usually the albums I'll grab of Paul's. You know, I'll grab some of those beauties floating on top of Paul's musical career, that proverbial pond. But then there's deep under the water of that pond, way down the bottom in the muck, in the slime, those bottom feeders that are down there with all the creatures and the scum. Yes, I'm talking albums like Press to Poop, Pipes of Pee, and the world famous Thriving Pain. Okay, yes. Well, I got this wacky, crazy idea, folks. I said, you know what? I'm going to revisit the pond scum. I'm going to revisit the bottom feeders. I'm going to give them another chance. And that's what I did, folks. So instead of grabbing my usual go-tos, I grabbed these 3 CDs and I said, I am going to start to finish, go through every one of these and listen again. Well, you may remember about 2 years ago, I did an album ranking of Paul's studio albums, and these were my bottom 3, okay? I need to do another one of these days. There's been some, you know, changes in that. Anyway, so I'll start with what I consider the best of these 3 and work my way to the bottom one, okay? So the first one I started with on the bottom feeders was this one. You can call it Press to Poop or Press to Play, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. I gotta say, out of the 3, this one grew on me a little more. Okay, I really gave it a good listen. And I know the folks over at Talk More Talk did a episode about this one not too long ago, which really piqued my interest in it again, and I started giving it some more listens. And I have to say, it's not as horrible as I originally thought. You do have some good stuff on here, okay? And I especially think what makes this album better is having those 3 bonus tracks on the CD. The vinyl was only 10 songs, but when you get Right Away, It's Not True, and Tough tough on a tightrope on this album, I think it makes it a heck of a lot better, put it that way, because I enjoy those 3 songs. However Absurd, I've always thought is a good song. It's the most Beatlesque on this album. Angry, Move Over Busker is not as bad as I originally thought. Can't Get Into Pretty Little Head. Press is probably my favorite song on this album. I love it. I always have since day one. Only Love Remains is a little sappy. Not one of his best or better ballads, but it's okay. It's passable. Footprints is, Talk More Talk, Good Times Coming, Feel the Sun, ain't bad. It's okay. And Stranglehold is an okay way to start the album. It's got the little sax on it and everything. It's not bad. So I just want to say that it's still down in my below the surface of that pond, the proverbial Paul Pond, and it's down there, but I have a little more appreciation for it now, okay? The next one is Pipes of Pea, or Pipes of Peace, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, folks. It's a little early, and I'm just being a little bit, I'm a little whacked out. I haven't had my coffee yet, Anyway, Pipes of Peace. I gave it a good listen, start to finish, and I have to say it didn't grow on me that much. When you look at all the other albums in Paul's catalog, this one, it's just not one I'm going to grab that often, I have to be honest. Although I will say, I garnered a new appreciation for some of the songs. Pipes of Peace is a good way to start the album. I do enjoy it. Sorry, I don't like Say, Say, Say. I never really have. It's a pleasant enough pop tune, but I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan. And in light, what's come to light about Michael Jackson, even less so. Okay, we won't go there. The Other Me, Keep Undercover, okay. So Bad, decent ballad. The Man with Michael Jackson, throwaway. Sweetest Little Show is okay. I've always enjoyed Sweetest Little Show. Average Person, Hey Hey. It's nice, Stanley Clarke, great. Nice combination, him and Paul. But when you get, two musical minds like that together, you think they could have come up with something better. Tug of Peace, And Through Our Love is a decent ballad. So, there's some okay songs on here, but for the most part, it didn't grow on me that much, folks. And then we come to this one, Thriving Pain, which I know many people here in the Beatles community use that moniker for this album, and I will too. Folks, it didn't grow on me, not one bit. I gave it a listen from start to finish. I had the volume up a little bit to really take it all in. It's just a lousy, half-baked, not well thought out album in my opinion. It starts out okay. Lonely Road, it's okay little start. From a Lover to a Friend, kind of puts you to sleep a little bit. She's given up talking. She may have given up talking, but she hasn't given up being boring. Driving Rain. Now, Driving Rain is one I've always kind of liked on this album. I know it's a silly, sappy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for a ride. I get all that. But I did see the tour for this album back in 2002. And I have to admit, when he did Driving Rain live, it really was an upbeat, positive pop song. And it got the people going in the concert I saw. So I like the song Driving Rain. It's pretty good. I Do, Unremarkable, Tiny Bubble, Stinks. Magic is okay, the song about how he met Linda. It's okay, Magic. Nothing, when you compare it to other songs in Paul's catalog, it's, towards the bottom half. But for this album, it's one of the better songs. Your Way, pretty good. Pretty good little country picking styles for Paul. I like that. Spinning on an Axis, About You is could have been a great rocker, but it's kind of a half-baked rocker. It's okay. About You, Heather, throwaway. Back in the Sunshine Again, Unremarkable. Your Loving Flame, boring. Riding into Jaipur, half-baked Indian music. Doesn't even really fit on this album. I mean, it's not realized. It's just lousy. And Rinse the Raindrops is, So, didn't grow on me, folks. So that's it. I just want to say there's still my 3 bottom feeders. I did get a little better of an appreciation for Press to Play, Pipes of Peace, and I will hardly ever grab that one out of the rack. And Driving Rain, never. It's just a terrible album. It's horrible all around. Okay, that's it. I just want to have a little fun today, wake you all up. You know, go back to that beautiful pond of Paul's music, you know, get the Rams and the Flaming Pies and the Chaos and New. Those are the ones we want. Venus and Mars, Band on the Run. Because, Norman, the loons are coming. The loons are coming, Norman. Bye.